So you have two candidates in the Republican primary for the governor of Rhode Island, Ashley Kalus and Jonathan Riccitelli. So Jonathan Riccitelli and Ashley Kalus. Now I'm going to just kind of click on some of these videos of Ashley Kalus, and then we're going to see if Jonathan Riccitelli has any videos out there. This is from her own channel, and since it's promotional, you would assume that she wants people to see this.
Elites are failing us. Under Joe Biden and Dan McKee, inflation is out of control. Rising food and gas prices are crushing Rhode Island families. But political outsider Ashley Kalus is the fighter with real-world business experience to get Rhode Island back on track. Kalus will make Rhode Island more affordable. Suspend the gas tax. Stop taxpayer-funded developer bailouts and bonuses. And schools will focus on reading, writing, and math. Ashley Kalus for governor.
The 3 R's, reading, writing, arithmetic, huh? Let's see, a better path forward, Mega Millions Mania, a better path forward.
Little tax, and then it ends up being a lot of money.
So let's stop taxing everybody to death. Goodness gracious.
You don't have any debt. That is correct. You don't have to pay off debt. You don't have any debt. Can I talk to your brother? What would you get, Luke?
I want 2 Siamese kittens, like 2 more Siamese kittens.
Okay, I have no idea what the heck is going on there. Fresh Food Fridays. So that's exciting, huh? Fresh Food Fridays, Dominican Festival, Answers with Ashley, Jobs for a Day, Sandy Bottom Bait and Tackle. All right, Sandy Bottom Bait and Tackle. This is the last one for you, Ashley.
And today I'm going to be working. I'm in appropriate footwear like usual, and I'm going to be helping out for the day. Now they're completely screwed if they need me to sell anything freshwater because all I know is saltwater fishing, but I'll just make it up and see how it goes. Alrighty, let's go. Medium. What's a large? And let me see a heavy. I grab one.
Okay, so that's interesting. I guess the campaign is she's going around to businesses and helping them out or something, giving them some attention. Interesting campaign tactic. Now let's take a look at this Jonathan Riccitelli. Of course, the primary is just in 2 days. It's on September 13th, so it's in 2 days from now. And even if people don't watch me and go out and vote for the people, they're going to click on the video afterwards when they find out that the person had won because they are going to want to know, who in the hell is this damn Jonathan Ritchie? Who in the hell is this Riccitelli? This damn Jonathan Riccitelli for governor, huh? See, do we have any Jonathan Riccitelli videos? I don't know. Just based on those videos, Ashley Kalus has just video after video after video. She's got a good presence. She seems to know how to race for Rhode Island governor, heating up. Let's see if that... I can't find any videos with this Jonathan Riccitelli. Does this Jonathan Riccitelli want anybody to vote for him? Hey, Jonathan Riccitelli, where'd you go, buddy? Where you hiding out? Bobby Fish and the one union leader, Jimmy Hoffa? Is that newsmakers? You know Matt Brown was endorsed by Bernie Sanders. Matt Brown, who's running for governor as a Democrat in Rhode Island. This is taking so long to load up. It makes me mad. It kind of pisses me off that Riccitelli didn't make him so accessible. How come he's not talking to people? How come he's not doing any interviews? Jonathan Riccitelli, even if you were like the best damn person ever, I don't even know. None of these are coming up with even your name in it. That's quite, how about just cut out for governor? Just Jonathan Riccitelli.
Local election headquarters previewing a big week in the race to be Rhode Island's next governor.
Better than 12 News politics editor Ted Nesi to join us live now for a look ahead. So, Ted, people have been already seeing ads from Republican candidate Ashley Kalus. Things already heating up in the Democratic primary.
Yeah, Brian, Kim, in a Democratic state, a heavily Democratic state like Rhode Island, the primary can often decide the final winner, so it's important to keep a close eye on this. Let's start with a refresher on the candidates. Incumbent Democratic Governor Dan McKee facing former Secretary of State Matt Brown, former CBS executive Helena Foulkes, current Secretary of State Nellie Gorbea, and community activist Luis Daniel Munoz. Now, Foulkes has never run for office before and is still largely unknown, but she's raised over $2 million, and political observers have been wondering when she would start putting that money to work, reaching out.
So that's not Jonathan Riccitelli. So I don't know where Jonathan Riccitelli is. So I guess it kind of, I'm just going to go ahead. Congratulations to Ashley Kalus for winning the Republican nomination. It doesn't seem like Jonathan Riccitelli really wants anybody to know who he is. He doesn't seem to be getting his message out. He's not getting his message out to other people, to the media. He's not getting his message out to Twitter or to YouTube on his own. How do you expect anybody to know you? How do you expect people to go out to vote for you, Jonathan Riccitelli? People have to know who you are and like you enough to go out to go vote for you. And we're Better Tomorrow fighter Ashley Kalus for governor. Let's just watch more of Ashley Kalus.
Put in the work, and you've got to be tough as nails. Ashley Kalus was driven to achieve. Today, Kalus is still fueled by that same hope, grit, and determination. A mother of 3 school-aged boys and successful business owner who ran testing and vaccination sites across the state. Kalus is the fighter Rhode Island needs right now because it's time for a change. Ashley Kalus for governor.
$1 million baby right there. School choice, all right.
The pandemic has taken an incredible toll on all of us, but it has been especially devastating for our kids. Education is personal to me. My future was saved by school choice. It is up to us to give every child, no matter their zip code, race, or religion, a world-class education. If your child is trapped in a failing school, when I am governor, you'll be able to pick a school of your choice. I will be the education governor.
Ashley Kalus for governor.
Better Tomorrow. Ashley Kalus for governor fighter. Better Tomorrow, and then we'll do the very first one and then call it a day.
Hey there, no need to adjust your TV, or more likely,
Good old Ryan Reynolds.
recycled commercial. See, at Mint Mobile.
So, Mint Mobile, $15 a month. Think about it, America. Just, think about it.
For a lot of families, every day in Rhode Island feels like it's getting harder to make ends meet. We're getting killed at the gas pumps, food prices are soaring, it costs more to heat our home, and the dream of owning a home is out of reach for many. Income is not keeping up with inflation. And as a mom of 3 school-aged boys, I understand these struggles. It is time to level the playing field. The days of I know a guy are over. It works for the insiders, but it doesn't work for you. Rhode Island needs a fighter, now more than ever. And I'll fight to make Rhode Island a more affordable place to live, work, and raise a family. I will fight for parental involvement in education, and I will fight to end the scourge of addiction and to keep our neighborhoods safe. I believe in our unlimited potential, and before us is the challenge of the next half century. We need a leader with gigantic aspirations, an agenda so bold we will tap into every Rhode Islander's hopes and dreams. This is the time, right now, that we will write the greatest chapter in Rhode Island's history. My name is Ashley Kalus, and I invite you to join this movement.
So I guess she's going to fight Riccitelli. Is that who she's fighting? Or that's just rhetoric? All right, so this is 3 minutes long, one of the first ones she put out. So buckle up.
To get us food, she left embarrassed. Undeterred, my mom was driven to provide a better life for us, so she started her own business. and went from filling out food stamp applications to building her own physical therapy staffing agency. That's the American dream. That's the dream that I want to turn into reality for all Rhode Islanders. That's why I'm running for governor. I didn't grow up with privilege, but I grew up with something much more valuable. My mom's hope, grit, determination, and the raw need to survive changed a young lost mother into a business executive. And I've strived to be like my mom, to set the same example for my children. For a lot of families, every day in Rhode Island feels like it's getting harder to make ends meet. We're getting killed at the gas pumps, food prices are soaring, it costs more to heat our home, and the dream of owning a home is out of reach for many. Income is not keeping up with inflation, and as a mom of 3 school-age boys, I understand these struggles. Unfortunately, COVID has brought front and center the haves and the have-nots. Mom and pop stores were forced to close while big box stores stayed open because insiders and lobbyists wrote the rules in their favor. It is time to level the playing field. The days of I know a guy are over. It works for the insiders, but it doesn't work for you. While the pandemic has taken an incredible toll on all of us, it has been especially devastating for our kids. It is time to return to normalcy. We are on the precipice of a lost generation, and it's up to us to make up for lost time and give every child, no matter their zip code, race, or religion, a world-class education with a safe and secure environment to learn and grow. If your child is trapped in a failing school when I am governor, you will be able to pick a school of your choice. I will be the education governor. When it comes to health care, we need low-cost, high-value care, not a new monopoly in Providence where insiders profit while patients and healthcare workers suffer. Opioid addiction has been a terrible challenge. The COVID pandemic has only intensified it. Rhode Island is losing the next generation to this terrible epidemic, and we've got to fix it. During the past year, I ran vaccination and testing sites across Rhode Island. There's a chance you were vaccinated by my team at the old Citizens Bank on Sauconazet or where Benny's used to be in Middletown. Or maybe you were tested at Thunder Miss in Woonsocket or at McCoy Stadium or one of our many other testing sites. We conducted over 426,000 tests and delivered over 31,000 vaccines in Rhode Island. I was proud to help make Rhode Island the most vaccinated state in the country. Rhode Island needs a fighter, now more than ever. And I'll fight to make Rhode Island a more affordable place to live, work, and raise a family. I will fight for parental involvement in education, and I will fight to end the scourge of addiction and to keep our neighborhoods safe. I believe in our unlimited potential, and before us is the challenge of the next half-century. We need a leader with gigantic aspirations, an agenda so bold we will tap into every Rhode Islander's hopes and dreams. This is the time right now that we will write the greatest chapter in Rhode Island's history. My name is Ashley Kalus, and I invite you to join this movement.
There you go, Ashley Kalus. Okay, maybe I can find a picture because ultimately, not only is she a strong candidate for the Republican Party, but I'm looking at Daniel McKee, who's the current governor. He was appointed, he's been in there for 1 year. Matt Brown, who's endorsed by Bernie Sanders, Helene Folkes, and Nellie Gorbea, and then Luis Daniel Munez. I like that Luis Daniel Munez, but if I had to rank, the second place one would be Matt Brown. So Luis Daniel Munez would be my number 1 choice. Matt Brown would be my second choice because they're super duper progressive, and they'll, she's talking about a bold agenda. They'll bring the energy and the excitement of their bold agenda. She's got like a right-wing bold agenda, and Matt Brown and Luis Daniel Munez would have a left-wing bold agenda. Daniel McKee has already been in there. He's smart, he's intelligent, he knows he could do the damn job. Helena Folkes, Nellie Gorbea, the exact same thing. They're smart, intelligent, they could do the damn job. But when it comes to that little extra oomph, that little extra, that je ne sais quoi, Luis Daniel Munez has it, Matt Brown has it, and this Ashley Kalus has it. So let's go ahead and get this Jonathan Riccitelli. Riccitelli for governor, huh? Long shot GOP. He's got a criminal record. That's interesting. Should I click on that? TheBostonGlobe.com. I don't know. Here's a picture. So here, maybe if you're just a very superficial person, maybe that's all you need, That's all you need is just either what you need a an attractive person or an ugly person, or like an in-between person, right? You don't want anybody who's just coasted on their looks, but then you don't really want somebody that's, just absolutely, I don't know what I'm saying. So that's what he looks like. Riccitelli. Oh, Riccitelli. All right, Boston Globe is running a fucking hit piece on him, which is kind of crazy. There was a Ballotpedia article on him, so can I read your thing without he's on the ballot for Tuesday's Republican primary. Dozens of encounters with the police as Jonathan Teft. Now he says he's focused on growing his business and helping people. Jonathan Riccitelli, a long-shot candidate in the Tuesday Republican primary for governor, whose campaign includes a pledge to refund the police, has been arrested and admitted to criminal offenses ranging from obstructing police officers to assault, according to court records. Those records are under a different name. Riccitelli, 40, has a criminal record in Rhode Island associated with the name Jonathan Teft from 2000, shortly after becoming an adult, and was charged the first time with simple assault until 2019 when he was charged by North Kingstown police with providing false information in 911. He's been charged by at least 5 Rhode Island police departments with obstructing police over the years, according to court obstruction. And in all, there are 36 cases under the name Jonathan Teft with the same birthday as Jonathan Riccitelli, the political candidate listed in district court. The bulk of the cases were before 2012. Some of the police court and jail records themselves also include the name Riccitelli as an alternative name for Teft. In an interview, Riccitelli maintained that he's never lied about who he is and has always gone by Jonathan Riccitelli. He says that the court records may have been a mix-up with another person with the name Jonathan Teft, pointing to a division of motor vehicle snafu he's still paying for. Though at first he said he didn't have any relatives named Teft, he later acknowledged that his mother was married to someone whose last name was Teft, and that people may have called him Jonathan Teft at some point. When asked how many times he'd been arrested, he said he couldn't remember. When asked how long he'd been in jail over the years, he said it was the sort of thing people try to block out of their mind. He denied that all the charges listed under the name Jonathan Teft were his, although when asked if any of them were him, he said he wasn't sure. Had he ever admitted to a felony, as the court records indicated? He could not say, he said, but he emphasized that he now owns his own business, focuses on helping others after a childhood marked by abuse and time in a group home. He'd always had a big heart, he said, even when he was getting in trouble. The truth is, life wasn't great when I was a kid, Riccitelli told the Globe. You get stuck in a small circle, and it doesn't make you a bad person. Samantha Whitford, who was listed, I mean, he's kind of right about that. Just because you're born around a bunch of fucking piles of shit, I mean, he's got to go above and beyond to get out of his circumstances. I mean, imagine some people in America actually have parents who love and adore them and teach them and guide them and make sure that they have plenty of space and encouragement. Samantha Whitford, who was listed as his campaign treasurer earlier in the campaign, said in an email, "All I can tell you is John Riccitelli is a great person. He goes out of his way to help people. I've personally seen him leave groceries at people's front step out of his own pocket with no notoriety." That's all I got to say. Rhode Island law doesn't appear to preclude Riccitelli from politics. People convicted of felonies or people who are convicted of misdemeanors with certain jail sentences can run for office for 3 years, but Riccitelli's criminal problems are either too far in the past or not serious enough to bar him from running for office. Riccitelli, who's the owner of Growing Tree Property Solutions in Exeter, Rhode Island, faces Ashley Kalus, businesswoman, in the Republican primary. Early voting has already begun. The winner will go on to the general election in November. Ashley Kalus has significantly more campaign funds than Riccitelli, the backing of the state Republican Party. Riccitelli hasn't appeared at the major gubernatorial campaign forums, but he's been active on social media, and he's held in-person campaign events. He's also ran as an independent for lieutenant governor in 2018, got 10,000 votes. Riccitelli faced one charge that comes up the name Riccitelli, driving with a suspended license in 2009 in Middleton, Rhode Island, which was dismissed. He acknowledged the incident in an interview with the Globe. Court and police records, those show several other incidents of the name Teft, which police records So this article actually goes on for another 8 more paragraphs, but I didn't even know who the bastard was, and the fact that they're going above and beyond, it's like just the possibility that somebody might vote for him here and there. Fucking shit. It's almost like you need to know how to be good, gracious winners. If you're the damn, Harlem Globetrotters and you're playing against a middle school team. You don't run up the scoreboard. You don't want it to be 200-10. You're not trying to traumatize the living piss out of the other thing. If anything, win the game and then take some of your players and put them on the other side, and then you could actually have a fair and balanced game. That would be if you want a fair game. But if you don't want a fair game, Jonathan Riccitelli, Ballotpedia, because of that hit piece, I feel like I need to read some more, but it doesn't say any other information. It just has his picture and his face. They said something about on social media. So there's Facebook, Riccitelli with a capital I in the very beginning for governor, Republican, 501 likes. So, not for sure. Oh, maybe Riccitelli because it's Rhode Island. That's clever. Okay. Oh, Riccitelli. I got R.I. in my name. R.I. All right. I'm all right. I'm from R.I. and I am all right. All right. 2 days ago, he says that he will be at 15 Frank Avenue. He doesn't get much interaction with social media. God damn. I mean, that fucking article was that was a takedown. I mean, if you're going to take somebody down, you see this person, this no-name person? Well, a long time ago, he was stealing people's bikes, and then he wouldn't go to court for it. Okay, what's his policies? What's he going to do? And if anything, he's right that if you come, the Tupac said he was the rose that grew out of concrete. You come from shit, it is harder for you to, pick yourself up from your bootstraps and get to a different spot. So at the very least, this is healthy. This is beneficial, this conversation. He's not going to win. So if anything, hopefully, this Riccitelli keeps on doing professional, mature, adult-like things such as, run for governor, run for rep, run for, local dog catcher, whatever. You know what he's not doing when he's running for office? He's not, committing crimes, right? He's not going around, whatever, you know what crimes are. So, he's not, it keeps him off the streets and keeps him, so, motherfuckers, y'all need to learn, goddamn, have some perspective. Have some perspective. I'll just mention, this turned out to be a full video. Okay, so the sheriff of Gallatin County, he ran for, sheriff, and he was a libertarian, and he wanted to legalize marijuana. But this is before everybody legalized marijuana, so he was laughed out of the water. And then eventually somebody did something, and then he got some charges. Somebody went to it was bullshit. It was a political hit job. He got some charges because he had helped his friend who had told him that they were holding her in the hospital without her permission. So he gets her, and then he gets the hell out of the hospital, and wind up getting charges for it, felony charges. And then he goes to motherfucking Arizona, and then his cancer comes back and he dies. So yeah, just because somebody, sticks their name out there, they raise their hand, they say, okay, I'll, be a representative. If you need me to be a representative, I will be the representative. So I think he probably could do the job, right? Go in there, pass some budgets, pass some laws. But there's nobody in their right fucking minds who goddamn thinks that he's going to fucking win this. Jonathan Riccitelli, if anything, that damn hit piece made me like him better. Now I want to know who he is. Where does he stand on universal health care? Where does he stand on the wars? Where does he stand on poverty and homelessness? Fucking shit. Ask him some of those questions. I saw Basil. Did you see Tennessee? They ask questions of Basil. Basil gets out there and they, treat his candidacy. They know he's not going to win. But you know what they didn't do? They didn't say, well, back in, 1983, he kicked a dog once. Yeah. Or he allegedly. And, with all the fucking right-wing police brutality shit, I don't even know if any of that bullshit is true. I'd like to know what happened with each and every one of those things, each and every one of them steps. What happened with that? What happened with that? What happened with that? And, maybe some of it he might say, yeah, I did a bad thing. Or maybe, there was some bullshit that was going down. So he might be more in favor of, police reform. But like I said, God, if you're playing a middle school team and you're the Harlem Globetrotters, make dunk 5 times. But once you've dunked 5 times and it's 10-0, and come on, guys. This is, you trying to get sympathy points? You want him to get sympathy points?